everyone, this is Pause or Repeat. Here we figure out whether a game is really worth your time and money. Today's game is Ghostrunner 2. Ghostrunner 2 is the sequel to 2020's Ghostrunner, a cyberpunk game that actually worked. The concept is easy to follow. Play as a cyborg ninja, but is the sequel an improvement or more of the same? Let's find out by first going over the gameplay. The gameplay of Ghostrunner 2 is, at its core, the same as the first. You'll be running around corridors and spaces, avoiding bullets and other various projectiles and hazards in order to kill your enemies and move to the next area. If you've played one of the newer Doom games, think that, but without guns, and instead a sword and some abilities. However, the sequel has added in some new gameplay additions. Big standout features are a bike in some levels that in turn also are a bit more opened up compared to the more linear style of the first game. The gameplay has improved from the previous, and so has the story, so let's go over that. You won't have to play the first game to follow along, as the game catches you up to speed quickly. But to sum up the premise, you are playing as a Ghostrunner, an advanced, artificially manufactured cyborg with very powerful cybernetic enhancements that are borderline magic. Humanity has been confined to a big megastructure called Dharma Tower, due to the outside being an environment unfit for habitation. Ghostrunner 2 follows the events of the first game, where you took down the tyrannical leader of the tower, but instead there is a new threat, the Ashura. The Ashura are a group of rogue Ghostrunners with a mysterious agenda. It is up to you and your companions in the Climbers to find out about their plans and stop them in an attempt to bring some form of order to the tower. But now the question still stands. Pause or repeat?
Ghostrunner 2 is one of those games that it has a goal, and the goal is to make you feel like a cyborg ninja. And you know what? It does a really good job of doing that, because the entire time I felt like I was a cyborg ninja. I felt like I was going through things. I was unstoppable, you know? I mean, until you get shot by a bullet, then you have to start all over from a checkpoint. But, you know, regardless of that, you know, that aside, you really do feel like you're in the moment. You everything is just scared of you rather than you be scared of them. And that is really something special that this game is really good at doing. And I think that they actually did a better job than the first game. I enjoyed the first game playing that one, and this one they just took that formula and they said, you know what? It's not really broken. We don't have to fix very much. You know, maybe just add in a couple things. And that's what they did with this one, and I had a great time playing this one too because of that.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. You took the words right out of my mouth. I think it's a lot more fun compared to the first adaptation of the game. It's like the big brother of Mirror's Edge. If you're a fan of that back in the day, you're absolutely going to love Ghostrunner 2. You know, the individual rooms are a complete blast, but, you know, at times, you know, some of the longer levels tend to drag out. I wasn't, you know, I'm excited that, you know, the character Jack came back. He's very likable. But at times, you know, you kind of felt like the quest, you know, to take down a group of powerful ninja robots is sometimes could be surprisingly unforgettable at times because you're just moving so rapid fire. So I just kind of wish there was a little bit more story element to the video game. Did you feel that kind of same way?
Yeah, definitely the story is like the weakest link of this whole package that this game tries to deliver to you, which is unfortunate because, you know, the previous game, the first one, it wasn't really that great on the story either. It was kind of just there, you know, as the premise and not much else. Didn't really put it in your face. And this one tries to put it a little bit more in your face, but even when you go back to your base and talk with your comrades, I kept getting this uncanny valley feeling from when they were talking to me. It was just like, I mean, I get it. You know, you're trying to do, you know, a bit better with the story and telling that to me, but it just didn't really hit that well for me.
Yeah, it doesn't come across as memorable as like something along the lines of, I don't know, Dead Space and an audio log. There's something about spooky and eerie about those kind of things compared to like right when you finish up a level and you go back to the hub and then you go and speak with the individual characters. You're like, okay, cool. But then you go, wait, What happened again? I kind of forgot even after playing the game. That's like, not necessarily a knock. I mean, it's definitely a lot better than the first rendition. I know a lot of gamers online are a little bit split on the mix, but I think it's a repeat. Well, not even a thing. I'm speaking from my chest. It is a repeat. You're going to have a lot of fun with this. It's very fast paced, a lot of fun for a lot of fans, even for the young kids out there. I know it's a little bit of a slasher gore kind of a thing, but with these cyborg ninjas, it's a good introduction to a lot of the teens out there that are looking for something different, something new, nothing that's Battle Royale-esque or along the lines of a Battlefield or whatever. You're going to actually have a really great time playing this first person game.
No, definitely, and it is a bit difficult, which is why it might not be something that a kid would necessarily pick up, aside from, the gore elements and all that, like you mentioned. But it really isn't an easy game by any means, because if you're on edge the entire time, even then, you're still going to die tons of times.
I prepped my whole life for this.
Or something.
No, Hendrik, you don't understand. I prepped my whole life. I've been playing my toddler game, Fall Guys. You ever wanted to be on the edge of your seat? This is what prepped me for Ghostrunner 2. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? That adrenaline, that doesn't faze me no more. It don't faze me, okay?
Fair enough.
I think one of the coolest, biggest addition is the new motorcycle. That was an amazing feature, especially considering how fast-paced the game is. And so when you add that kind of element, it took the sequel to a whole new level, and it's very much appreciated. And expect a trilogy out of this. I don't see Ghostrunner stopping anytime soon, and it's a little bit of a sleeper. I mean, some people still consider this a AAA game. I would. And if you're looking for something new, something different for the holiday season, Ghostrunner 2 should be in your gift basket.
Yeah, I recommend it if you feel like you want to be a cyborg ninja at any point. This is a game that'll let you do that. So definitely go play it. I will say though, for me, it is actually probably not a repeat. And it's kind of an interesting thing there, because this is kind of a game where, at least in the main mode, I feel like I would only really play it like once or twice. I know there's like the opportunity you can get of, going back into the levels and trying to do it better than you did the first time. But I feel like what I would really actually enjoy playing more is a mode that I didn't mention in the video game, in the video, which is the roguelike mode, which that mode for me is a repeat. But since I didn't mention it, I'm going to have to say for the main mode, it's a pause.
Yeah,
it's not a bad game. It's just,
I think we never want to let the gamers have that feeling that just because we say it's a pause, it's a terrible game. Trust me, we will let you know if it's a terrible game, along with the hard pause. It's not a repeatable thing, but hey, that's the beauty about this show. But we want to know from you gamers, is Ghostrunner 2 a pause or repeat? But since this is the last show of season 3 of Rage Quit Video Game Talk Show, we wanted to reflect on all the amazing video games that we were able to cover over the years. And so we have a graphic for you all. I mean, how incredible is that? In the year 2023, Hendrik the Wreck and I, we covered over 35 games, and we can't thank you guys enough for tuning in every week. And when you look at this list, is there anything that stands out to you, Hendrik?
Well, definitely there's tons of games here that if you haven't heard of one, look into it, because there's a lot of great games on here.
Take a screenshot.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a screenshot. Obviously, you have to give some props to Baldur's Gate 3 because it won Game of the Year for the entire year. But there's some great games on here too that I, looking back, I played twice right away, like Hi-Fi Rush. I recommend that to people all the time. Octopath Traveler 2. If you like JRPGs, that's a great game to go pick up.
Yeah, I got a lot of slander for that, I remember. A lot of people came after me. They were like, what in the world is wrong with you? Okay, I'm sorry. 2D games just don't vibe with me at times, okay? All right, I'm trying. But to me, I gotta say, it's the very first one, Hogwarts Legacy. We both said that was a repeat. I really felt like that was going to be a Game of the Year contender, and when the Game Awards completely did him a disservice. How do you have the most sales in the entire year of 2023 and not at least get a single award nomination? That makes no sense. I'm still mind baffled. And you know, the cool thing about Hogwarts Legacy, they listen to the gamers, they listen to the fans. They now just recently allowed a mode inside the game where you could actually go and visit Azkaban, and they have like a GTA style star effect where, you know, if you start doing kind of these little crazy mischievous things, you might get busted, fam. How cool is that for the developers to actually listen to the gamers, even though we didn't get a Quidditch? I get it. I understand. I'm just as frustrated too. But crazy. But again,
Yeah.
thank you. Man, Pause or Repeat has been so much fun. And kudos to Henrik the Wreck. These videos have been amazing to set the tone for this segment. So you're a rock star, baby.
Thank you. But hey, I haven't, I can't say that I haven't been able to do this without the help of you,
stop
Chris,
playing!
as well as the people watching. Because definitely, sitting down and playing the game sometimes going to be a little bit difficult. You know, ADHD can pop in a little bit and be like, oh man, I want to go do something, other than just sitting down and playing a game for a few hours. But at the end of the day, I have a good time every time that I sit down and do that, and it's a great time to sit down and talk about it because I enjoy talking about games.
Yeah, we do, and we're really looking forward to the year of the Mamba mentality, the year of the Kobe, 2024. So stick along for the ride with us because it's going to be a blast, fam.